Bun găsit, doamnelor și domnilor! Mă numesc Tiberiu Popa și azi vom urmări împreună ediția 34-a Campionatului European de Arm Wrestling Senior Braț Drept. Acest eveniment este susținut de Primăria Municipiului Chișinău și de primarul Ion Ciban. Suntem live la nivel local pe WeSport TV și internațional pe canalul oficial de YouTube World Arm Wrestling Federation. Fiind un eveniment transmis live internațional, voi trece pe limba engleză în continuare. Vă mulțumesc! We now go to our first semi-final today. The right day between Natalia Skuratkova from Moldova and Mariam Nodia from Georgia. This is 50 kilogram woman's right hand. Both athletes prepare for the start. And a quick finish for the Georgian athlete. Mariam Nodia will go to the final where Snezana Babaeva from Switzerland is awaiting. Snezana, very experienced arm wrestler. Next we go to the men's 55 right category, where Tiberius Turcan from the host country Moldova will meet Georgi Vastani from Georgia. Tiberius, a young up-and-coming athlete, he already won gold in juniors. So he will take his chance now in seniors. Very promising athlete, very talented. He has a top roll stance, but let's see what the Georgian prepares. Yeah, a quick flash spin. The Georgian slipped, but the slip was too low, so Tiberius will go to the final, where Enes Talha from Turkey is awaiting. So you see, the slip was close to the pad, so the referees awarded Tiberius the win. We go back to the women's category, the 55 category, where Sukri Yilmaz from Turkey meets Victoria Ilushina from Ukraine. Victoria Ilushina, a very experienced arm wrestler, strap specialist, will look to slip and get into the straps, and the Turkish athlete will try to control her opponent's hand and go to the side with the side pressure move and prevent the slip. Let's see if Victoria succeeds with the slip. And she couldn't slip, and the Turkish athlete manages to press down Victoria and goes to the final, where Andreea Brânză from Romania is awaiting. We go to the women's 60 category, 60 kilo category, between Henrietta Barzo from Hungary and Dimitrina Petrova from Bulgaria, both experienced athletes. Henrietta is coming down from 65 category, and Dimitrina, very experienced hook inside puller. Dimitrina will try to force a hook, will try to force the game inside. Let's see if Henrietta is able to stop. And the athletes could not negotiate a grip, so we go to the referee's grip. Both athletes need to be very still. Any movement in the referee's grip is an automatic foul. And Dimitrina with the top roll. Let's see if she is continuing with the top roll even in strap, or if she used the top roll to get into straps. Looks like from her stance like she's switching to a hook stance, so most likely we will see a hook from Dimitrina. She will try to force a hook against the Hungarian athlete. And block any side pressure and pronation from Henrietta. You see, Henrietta has a more outside stance, a more top roll stance. She will look to move over the top and attack Dimitrina's hand. Let's see which athlete can impose their will and both go to a hook, and an easy win for Dimitrina. Dimitrina Petrova will go to the final, where Esra Kiraz from Turkey is awaiting. Esra is coming up from 55 kilos. Also a very dominant athlete, multiple European and the world champion. We go back to the men's category, 60 kilogram category, where Arman Murtean from Armenia will face Datuna Zisha Karani from Georgia. The Georgian athlete, very tall hand, will try to dominate the height and use the height advantage against the shorter arm of the Armenian. So he sets up for a low hand top roll And the Armenian responds by grabbing very low to control the pronation of the Georgian athlete. So they fight for the grip and they go to the referee's grip, where the referees will set up their grip, a fair grip. Datuna still setting up for a low hand top roll, and the Armenian for inside pull, and the Georgian gets the low hand top roll and is able to take the Armenian wrists and manages to go to the final, where Todor Yordanov from Bulgaria is awaiting. We go back to the women's 65 category, where Rabia Kayahan from Turkey will meet Bela Plieva from Georgia. The Georgian athlete seems to be uncomfortable. She is completely wrapped around. So the referee decides to move to referee's grip. The Georgian sets up for an outside move, a top roll. Let's see if she can get out of the Turkish athlete's hand, a very strong hand, very big palm. And she's able to get the top roll. The Georgian Bela Plieva will go to the final, where Lina Demenko from Ukraine is awaiting. We move now to the senior men's 65 kilo category, where Nodari Shankulashvili from Georgia will meet Ashot Adamian from Armenia. Ashot moves to a top roll stance. Both athletes are gearing for a top roll, so we might see a quick slip. Let's see if, yeah, quick slip. Both athletes pulled outside, so we go to strap. We see from the replay that Ashot went a little bit under his Georgian opponent, and he is now requesting the platform, so most likely he will switch to inside style, a hook style, and also his stance right now is geared towards an inside move. So we will see a top roll versus hook match, most likely. Let's see if the Georgian athlete is able to efficiently attack Ashot's hand and wrist, or if the Armenian is able to contain his opponent and keep the match inside, where he can access all of his power. And we go to inside. Ashot manages to force the match inside and attack the Georgian's pronation, and I think he's able to get the pin. Let's see the referee's decision, and Ashot Adamian will go to the final, where Nikola Burkov from Ukraine is awaiting. Let's go back to the women's 70 category, 70 kilo category, where Mihaela Gavris from Moldova will meet Nisa Kamadan from Turkey. We now see again a longer lever from Mihaela against a shorter forearm from the Turkish athlete. Mihaela sets up for a top roll. Will try to attack the hand and wrist and fingers of the Turkish athlete. And we go to the referee's grip, as both athletes could not negotiate a grip. Mihaela, both legs under the table, suggesting a top roll, and the Turkish athlete with a hybrid stance can go either way, side pressure, inside or outside, but I think we'll see a slip. Let's see if they will go to the straps. Yes, a quick slip. But we see the Turkish athlete wrist buckle a little bit. Not sure if that was intentional to get the straps, or maybe she felt the back pressure and pronation of Mihaela a little bit too much. Yeah, the Turkish athlete slipped a little bit under. Let's see if the Turkish athlete will try to make any adjustment to counter the top roll of the Moldovan athlete. We have a strap match and also a referee's grip. So the referee will set up a fair grip. Any movement will be an automatic foul. And the Turkish athlete is able to pin Mihaela with a quick side pressure move. Very dominant. Nisa Kandan from Turkey will go to the final, where she will meet Brigitta Ivanfi from Hungary. Next we go to the senior men's 70 kilo category, or where Vagan Hovanesyan from Armenia will meet Alexei Zavarashvili from Georgia. Vagan goes straight into a hook stance, and the Georgian as well, so we will most likely see a hook match. We will go straight inside, wrist to wrist. Yes, let's see, they both go wrist to wrist in a hook match, but the referee quickly stopped the match because of an elbow foul. The Georgian committed an elbow foul. Let's see if we can see. Yeah, we see it. A small elbow foul from the Georgian. So the Georgian with an elbow foul. Let's see if they still go to a hook, or if any will change the strategy. And we go back to the hook. Very balanced. Then we go. Yeah, the referees are awarding the Armenian athlete a foul. So now both athletes have one foul. Let's see if we can see. Yeah, we see a double hop on the pad. Both athletes need to be careful. Most likely will go back into the hook, where they seem to be very balanced. The Armenian tried a little bit to go outside, and he's trying an outside pull. He's trying to get outside and almost flatten the wrist of the Georgian. Almost is able to take the wrist, and then he gets back into a hook. Let's see. Who can prevail in this endurance match, a hook war. This is where the endurance will play a factor, but the Armenian commits another elbow foul, so the Georgian athlete will go to the final, where another Armenian, Azat Srapian, will wait for him. Moving to the senior woman 80 kilo semi-final between Lilia Zanko from Ukraine and Marina Iordaki from the host country, Moldova. Both athletes with a tremendous side pressure. We will see a side pressure war, but let's see if we go inside or outside. Both have a hybrid stance, but more towards inside, at least for Marina. Marina is adopting a more inside stance with one leg pushing on the table, but the referee will move the athletes into referee's grip. The referee closes the wrist, the fingers, and we go to a top roll. Very interesting. And Marina takes the win and goes to the final, where Gulendam Saribal from Turkey is awaiting.
On the left-hand side of the stage, representing Georgia, Anthony Brokishvili. And on the right-hand side of the stage, representing also Georgia, Nodari Timerashvili.
We go to men's 75 kilo category. Georgian affair. Both athletes from Georgia. Nodari Tsikalashvili and Anzori Brokishvili, both from Georgia. Both athletes set up for an outside move. So we will most likely see a slip, but let's see if he will go to straps immediately or no, they try to hold the grip but the strap was inevitable with both athletes pulling outside. Let's see if any athlete will change, will do any adjustments to the technique once in strap. We see Nodari, the right side athlete. He moved a little bit to an inside style. So maybe he will try to force a hook, but he moves back to a top roll. He's very. Let's see where this match is going. A very interesting match. Quick start and Nodari commits the first foul, so we'll have a restart. So it's clear that Nodari is trying to contain to contain his opponent, and Anzori, the other Georgian athlete, is trying to move over the top and take his countryman's hand. Yeah, we clearly see Anzori, the left side athlete, tries to deny his opponent the grip, making it as uncomfortable as possible. And Nodari trying to contain, but Anzori is able to pin, but with the paying the price with an elbow foul. So we will see another restart. Both athletes with one elbow foul. We see the elbow was out, moved back out of the pad. I remind you that the elbows needs to have contact with the pad, and any hop or slip will be an elbow foul.
One foul, and one warning.
Anzori still the same strategy, has the same setup with the top roll. Let's see if Nodari does any adjustments. He's very quick to start, and he's now able to contain more, and he's able to press down his fellow countryman, and he will go to the final, where Daniel Prokopchuk from the host country Moldova is awaiting, multiple world and European champion.
We forward to the senior women 90 kg semi-final. On the left-hand side of the stage, representing Ukraine, Ruslana Smolenko. And on the right-hand side of the stage, representing Turkey.
We go to the women's 90 kilo category, where Nurhan Ustunkaya from Turkey will meet Ruslana Simonenko from Ukraine. Referee is trying to get the knuckles free, and a quick win for the Ukrainian athlete. Ruslana Simonenko from Ukraine goes to the final, where Irina Zryaev from Georgia is awaiting.
Moving now to the senior women 80 kilos. The left-hand side of the stage.
We move now to the 80
The right-hand side of the stage.
kilogram
Bulgaria,
category
Smyorov.
between Sarunas Manarka from Lithuania and Bojidar Simeonov from Bulgaria. Both athletes very experienced, very seasoned athletes, and Bojidar multiple WAF and European champion. Bojidar requested the strap and Sarunas agreed, so both athletes will go directly into strap. They want to avoid a potentially dangerous slip. Sarunas is a top roll specialist. He will want to attack the hand and fingers of Bojidar, and Bojidar is a hook specialist. Most likely will want to get the match inside. He will want to force the match inside and is gearing up for an inside pull, and he quickly presses down Sarunas. So Bojidar Simeonov goes to the final, where Krasovsky Vladislav from Latvia is awaiting.
Moving now to the senior woman plus 90 kilos. Semifinals.
Moving now to the senior woman plus 90 kilo category, where Merv Yelidunia from Turkey will miss Rosa Baltodano from Germany. This is a repeat of the yesterday's left hand semi-final. Yesterday the German athlete was able to succeed. Let's see if today the Turkish athlete will take her revenge. Both athletes trying to get an advantage in the grip, trying to get the upper hand. Most likely will go to the referee's grip, and we do. We go directly into a hook match, and we have the first elbow foul from the German athlete. We saw the elbow get outside of the pad. Let's see if we can see that in the replay. Yes, clearly see the elbow foul, uncontested. And we will get a restart. Most likely we'll go back into a hook. Yes, a hook, but better for the German. Sorry. Let's see if the Turkish athlete is able to get out of this bad position, this defensive position, but slowly but surely the German takes the pin, but before that the referees the elbow foul was too low. Elbow foul was too low, and the referees awards the win to the German athlete Rosa Baldodano from Germany will meet Barbara Baščová from Slovakia in the final. We now go to the men's 85 category, where Hristo Delijakov from Bulgaria will meet his countryman Nedalin Hristov. Both very experienced athletes, especially Hristo Delijakov, very technical. He is also a very seasoned referee. But both athletes are very experienced. Both athletes have inside and outside pulling style, so they can go either inside or outside, and both have hybrid stance, so let's see where this match is going. Here we go immediately into a hook, and Hristo with the first elbow foul. The match stopped in the center. Let's see if the athletes will make any adjustment. We see from Hristo a little bit of an inside commitment, so most likely he will try to meet his countryman inside, wrist to wrist. Let's see if Nedalin also does the same. And we go to a hook. And very balanced match with a little bit of an advantage from Nedalin. But unfortunately, we have a second elbow foul from Hristo, and Nedalin was able to get the win. He will meet Georgi Velikishvili from Georgia in the final. We now go to the men's 90 kilogram category, where Alexandru Bânzar from the host country Moldova will meet Irakli Gamtenadze from Georgia. Alexandru Bânzar quickly sets up for an inside move, also Irakli. So most likely we will see a quick turn into a hook, wrist to wrist. Both have shoulder commitment. Both are very close to the grip. And we have a first warning from Georgia. And we go to a hook where Irakli attacks, but Alexandru Bânzar is able to get the match back into the center and in a controlling position, but the Georgian is blocking the Moldovan in awkward position. Let's see. Yeah, slowly but surely, the Georgian is able to drag his opponent to the pin pad, and he will go into the finals, where Sasho Andreev from Georgia is awaiting. Multiple world and European champion Sasho Andreev. Next we go to the 100 kilo category, where Krasimir Kostadinov from Bulgaria meets Andrei Kipranov from Romania. Kipranov, a very explosive athlete. You will see a very fast start from Andrei Kipranov. Let's see if what's the strategy from Krasimir. Multiple world and European champion Krasimir Kostadinov both possesses top roll and hook techniques, but he may use a top roll to get the straps. He may want to control the very fast start of Kipranov, and he will maybe try to slip and get the straps. Let's see if we go to the straps. And we go to the straps, but we have elbow foul from Andrei Kipranov. I don't think he was expecting Krasimir to go to a press, very aggressive dead wrist press. So he forced, and we go to the referee's grip. This will favor a slip, but also Kipranov is an athlete that prefers to pull from a referee's grip. His 0 to 100 is very, very fast. Very fast slip, and but the second elbow foul from Andrei Kipranov, and Krasimir Kostadinov is able to go to the final. Here we see the elbow, a big elbow foul. You see the elbow go out of the pad. Krasimir Kostadinov will go to the final, where Nugzari Ikadze from Georgia is awaiting. Next we go to the men's 110 category between Nodari Keveshkejili from Georgia and Sandro Labadze, also from Georgia. We have Sandro on the left and Nodari on the right side. Both athletes seem to go sideways into a and a quick slip. A quick slip, and we go into the straps. Nodari clearly has the longer lever. Let's see if he can use this to better control the height or wrap around his countryman's hand and wrist. Both have a hybrid stance, so we'll see where this match will go, hook or top roll. Clearly, Nodari seems to prefer back pressure style top roll. So we will, yeah, we see again both top roll. So they both try to attack each other's hand and wrist. But we have a foul from Nodari, the right side Georgian athlete. And we see the little hop on the elbow pad. We now see a little change with Nodari go. He switched a little bit to the inside, but he went back to the outside. But his countryman is able to take his wrist, and he was able to get the win. Sandro Labadze is able to go to the final, where Rino Masic, the young Croatian phenom, is awaiting. We go to our final semi-final, the plus 110 kilo semi-final between Mitko Petrov from Bulgaria and Manuel Battaglia from Italy.
Veloce qua Manuel. Posa qualcosa di più sulla velocità Manuel.
Manuel Battaglia sets up for a top roll. The athletes are not succeeding to get a grip, so the referee decides to set up their grip. We go into referee's grip. These are super heavyweights, so most likely we will go into strap. Very difficult to hold on to a super heavyweight. So, you see, yeah. Manuel tries to keep the grip, but like I said, it's very hard to contain a super heavyweight. And let's see the referee decision. Yes, we go into straps. we will see a strap match. Both athletes seem to prefer the outside game. Manuel Battaglia with a very wide stance, a pure top roll stance. Moves his weight under the table. Let's see if the Mitko Petrov will do any adjustments or he will also top roll. And both go to the top roll with Manuel taking the risk, but Mitko coming back with side pressure. And we have the first elbow foul for Manuel Battaglia, most likely. Let's see the referee's decision. Yes, a foul for Manuel Battaglia. Manuel Battaglia not convinced. Let's see the replay. Let's see the replay. Yeah, this was a minimal elbow foul. To get a restart.
Chiuderà lui per ultimo. Quindi te stai pronto come gli è chiuso le dita,
Let's see if any athlete does any readjustment. The match seemed to be very balanced.
Non aprirti troppo, non troppo. Occhio, vai!
Yeah, the same, a little bit better for the Italian athlete, but Mitko is able to block, and he now goes into a side pressure move with a dead wrist. He moves to a press, a tricep press. Let's see the referee's decision. I don't think with the elbow foul. So we have one foul each. One foul each will get a restart. Very balanced match. First part of the match, Manuel Battaglia dominated, was able to take the hand of the Bulgarian, and then the Bulgarian counter-attacked without the wrist, with a dead wrist, and switched from side pressure to tricep press, looking to open up the elbow flexors, the biceps of the Italian. Manuel Battaglia will look to control the center and keep the match on his side of the table and not allow Mitko to put the shoulder behind and press him down. Both athletes are pumped. They are getting a quick massage from their corner. with these high octane matches, you can get very pumped with blood. This is specific to these isometric exertions.
Senior classes, 3 minutes. Finals will be 3 minutes. In safe order.
You see Manuel Batalia's corner trying to
Verso alto, ma
get the blood out
verso basso.
of the blood vessels, the superficial blood vessels. And the same with the Bulgarian athlete.
Adrian, dall'alto verso il basso.
And we'll now see on the replay how close was Mitko to pin the Italian. He used the tricep and his skeletal structure, side pressure, to press down his opponent, and was very, very close before he committed his first elbow foul. See again the pressure on the strap. I remind you, these are super heavyweights, so the strap is at its limits. This event is sponsored by Chisinau City Hall and by the Mayor Ion Ciban. We have over 30 countries and 1,000 athletes participating in this event. So it seems the Bulgaria team made a protest claiming the referee's decision is wrong. So right now the referees are reviewing the tape and they try to get the right call. They review most likely the second elbow foul. The Bulgarian team most likely wants to get either a coincidental foul or they want the foul of Mitko Petrov to be retracted. So either they say that also Manuel Batalha fouled at the same time, a coincidental foul, or that the Mitko didn't foul. So we see the elbow of Manuel Batalha is also out. At the moment the referee stopped the match, but we don't know exactly whoever got the elbow out first. So I think now the referees are trying to see who committed the elbow foul first, or maybe it was in the same time.
Referees to table, please. The protest.
The protest was denied.
Winner of the senior event plus 180 kilos is Mitko Petrov from Bulgaria. And now let's
So the referee's decision is Mitko Petrov, the winner.
first match. First final. Senior 150 kilos. With one round in qualifiers. Representing Georgia.
That's very interesting.
Nonia.
So they awarded Manuel Batalha an elbow foul in a losing position. So the referee's decision was Manuel Batalha lost, did an elbow foul in a losing position, losing the match. So Mitko Petrov will meet Georgi Rostomashvili from Georgia in the final. We go to our first final, the women's 50 kilogram between Mariam Nodia from Georgia and Shnezaza Babaeva from Switzerland. Babaeva, very experienced athlete, both top and hook puller. The Georgian has an inside setup, so most likely he will want to go inside, but the very experienced Snezana is able to keep the opponent's wrist flat and press down with an outside move. Outside and land a lot of pressure, side pressure. We go to the next final, the 55 kilogram, men's 55 kilogram between Tiberius Turcan from the host country Moldova and Enes Talha from Turkey. Tiberius, a very promising athlete, very young athlete. He just participated in juniors category. He's up against the more experienced Turkish athlete Enes Talha. Tiberius setting up for a top roll. Let's see if NS is able to contain his back pressure. And he was able for a second, but Tiberius slips under and goes to the strap. Let's see the replay. Yes, it was a little bit under, but nonetheless a fair slip, and we will go into the straps, where containment will be a little bit more easy. So NS will have the advantage. Tiberius is requesting the strap to be a little tightened because he has the buckle, so he has the say, but the referees have the final say. So the referees denied his request. Let's see if no, the Turkish athlete is able to contain and presses down with the side pressure move. Enes Talha from Turkey is our first male European champion. Next we go to the senior woman 55 kilogram, where Sukri Yilmaz from Turkey is facing Andreea Brânză from Romania. Andreea Brânză prefers outside a top roll. She will want to use her back pressure and pronation and to attack the Turkish athlete hand and wrist. And the Turkish athlete, a very strong side pressure puller, will try to go sideways and will try to contain Andreea Brânză, and the referee decide that they both athletes will go straight into referee's grip. Any movement will be an automatic foul, so both athletes need to be very careful not to move. And the Turkish athlete get a quick win. And she is our 55 kilogram champion. And we move to the 60 kilo final, the women's 60 kilo final, where Dimitrina Petrova from Bulgaria will face Esra Kiraz from Turkey. A correction, so Sukri Yilmaz forced the rematch because Andreea Brânză has no losses. Sukri needs to win twice to get the European champion. So we will see another match between Andreea Brânză and Sukri Yilmaz after this final. Esra Kiraz, a very dominant athlete. Dimitrina as well. Dimitrina will look to slip. Will look to pull out of Esra's hand. Let's see if Esra is able to contain Dimitrina's hand and wrist and press down to the pad with her signature side pressure hit. Very devastating side pressure hit. Very fast athlete is Esra Kiraz. Very explosive. So Dimitrina needs to be very careful. And they both slip and go into the straps. Where Dimitrina, let's see if Dimitrina will go into a hook, or let's see if she will go into her signature hook move or will keep the top roll strategy. Dimitrina is getting some valuable instructions from her team. Esra Kiraz is moving to a inside stance, while Dimitrina moves to a more outside stance, a more top roll. So she will look to attack Esra Kiraz's hand and wrist, maybe put the stop. Yeah, and she takes the wrist. A very interesting adjustment, because in qualifications Dimitrina tried a hook against Esra and was unsuccessful, and we see now she was able to take Esra's wrist, forcing the elbow foul from Esra. But Esra still was in the offensive position. So the match is not lost, even with the wrist being taken. We get the restart in strap. Straps and referee's grip. So both athletes needs to be very careful. Any movement will be an automatic foul. I think the referee's grip will favor Dimitrina, as it's difficult to contain the opponent in the referee's grip. So maybe we'll see her, and we see her controlling again Esra Kiraz's wrist, and she forces a rematch. Very nice technical work from Dimitrina. We go back to the senior 155 kilo, the rematch between Sukriye Yilmaz from Turkey and Andreea Brânză from Romania. Let's see if Andreea Brânză can adjust the strategy and better attack the Turkish athlete hand and wrist, or if the Turkish athlete is able to contain Andrea's wrist and hand and wrist and press it down to the pad like she did in the first final. Again, the athletes are not conceding anything. They try to negotiate a grip, but they don't seem to. And the referee he will go into referee's grip. Andrea Brunzer in a top roll stance. And same outcome, the Turkish athlete is able to press down the Romanian athlete, and the 55 kilogram women's champion, European champion, is Sukri Ilmaz from Turkey. We go back to the 60 kilogram women's category, where we'll see the rematch between Dimitrina Petrova and Esra Kiraz from Turkey. Dimitrina was successful employing a top roll strategy, taking the hand and wrist of the Turkish athlete. She is using the longer lever against the shorter lever of Esra Kiraz to go over the top and attack the hand and wrist. And immediately both athletes slip. So we go to strap match and referee's grip. Both went outside, so they slipped very easily. Let's see if Esra is able to press down even without her wrist control, or maybe she finds another way to contain the top roll of Dimitrina Petrova. Very efficient top roll. And Dimitrina goes immediately back into a top roll stance. And as before, Esra Kiraz goes into a hook stance. So we'll see a top roll versus hook, or outside versus inside technique. And immediately Dimitrina takes Ezra Girazi's wrist and goes to the pen without any stop. And Dimitrina Petrova is our 60 kilogram European champion.
Moving now to the senior men's 6 kilo fighter. With one bronze blue qualifiers representing Georgia, Datuna Zhikariani. And with no loss, undefeated from Bulgaria, Todor Yurbanov.
We go to the men's 60 kilogram final, where Datuna Zhikariani from Georgia will meet Todor Yordanov from Bulgaria. Both tall athletes for this category. Both in a hybrid stance. They both favor the top roll stance. So let's see if we will go immediately into straps or if somebody will try to contain and keep the grip. But we go immediately into strap match with a quick slip. Both athletes went outside.
Okay.
The Georgian athlete is getting some valuable instructions from his corner. Now the Bulgarian athlete moves to a hook stance. So most likely will try to get the match, to force the match inside, wrist to wrist, to put the brakes on the low hand top roller, the Georgian athlete. Let's see if he's not able to contain the athlete and commits an elbow foul. The elbow foul was still in the neutral zone, so we will get a restart. See the elbow pop immediately after the go, so we will see a restart. But we clearly see the Georgian athlete, the stronger athlete. Let's see if and the Georgian takes the wrist and press down, transition to a side pressure move, side tricep press move, and forces the rematch. Datuna Zhikariani from Georgia forces the rematch.
Moving now forward to the senior women's 65 kilos.
We move now to the next final, the women's 65 kilogram category between Bela Plieva from Georgia and Lina Demenko from Ukraine. the Georgian athlete with the top roll setup, low with the weight under the table, while the Ukrainian athlete is calibrating her stance to maybe contain her opponent. And we go into referee's grip. And a quick slip. Both athletes went outside and the grip failed. So we go into straps. So straps and the referee's grip. Let's see if Lina Demenko from Ukraine changes her tactic and goes inside while in strap to counter the top roll of the Georgian. The Georgian attacks with a top roll. A very successful attack. And let's see the referee's decision. And the Georgian forces a rematch. We go back to the men's 60 kilogram category where Datuna Zisha Karani will rematch Todor Yordanov from Bulgaria. Todor Yordanov needs to adjust to stop the low hand top roll of the Georgian.
Shoulder.
Like the first match, both have a outside stance. They don't agree to a grip, and the referees decide to move them into referee's grip. Any movement in the referee's grip is an automatic foul. And we see a false start. From the Bulgarian. False start, we usually a warning, but now in the referee's grip, an automatic foul. So the Bulgarian with the foul, and we get the restart. And now a coincidental movement in the referee's grip, a coincidental foul. So the both fouls will be disregarded. And the Georgian is able to attack. The Georgian is able to attack and get his opponent very, very close to the pad. Let's see if it's close enough. And the referees decide that the Bulgarian slipped too low, and the award Datuna the victory, making him the 60 kilogram European champion.
And now we are moving to the rematch of the Senior Women 65 kilos between Bella.
Now we go back to the rematch, the 65 kilogram category, where Bella Plieva forced the rematch with Lina Demenko from Ukraine. Bella Plieva, a top roll puller, will try to use her back pressure and pronation to attack Lina Demenko's and the wrist. And we go to referee's grip as both athletes do not concede anything in the grip. And they quickly slip. Both athletes employ an outside pulling style, but the Georgian uses more back pressure while the Ukrainian more side pressure. And this is also obvious from their stance at the table. And we go back to the fast top roll of the Georgian athlete Bella Plieva takes the European championship. Moving now to the senior men's 65 kilogram category, where Ashot Adamian for Armenia meets Mikola Burko from Ukraine. Both very experienced athletes. Let's.
Your shoulder. Knuckles. Knuckles. Go! Damage. Haydi. Armenia. Elbows down. Open hand. Fingers. Yes. Same level. Wrist here. Down. Up. Wait, no, don't touch it. Down. Okay. Not move. Elbows down. Elbows down. Elbows down. Rotate. Elbow down. Elbow down. Rotate. 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 Wrist. Wrist. Shoulder. Shoulder. Wrist. Shoulder. Rotate. Rotate more. Wrist here. This is okay. Ready? Go! One. Wait. One. Winner.
Nicola Turco, Ukraine, gets the gold medal. And we go forward to senior men, senior woman, 7 kilograms, right now. With one loss from Turkey, Nisa Kamana. And with no loss from Hungary, Brigida Ivanti. Main referee, ladies and gentlemen from Romania, referee by Ana Bercico, Moldova. And we have a winner, Brigida Ivanti from Hungary, the gold winner, European champion. Next category is 75 kilograms, right here in Chisinau, at the European Awards Championship. With one loss from Georgia, Nodani Zikelashvili, and no loss from the host country, Moldova, Daniel Rokovchuk.
tackle. Fingers down. Rotate. Fingers down. Show. Go!
And we have the third match.
Up or down?
And we have the third match. Daniel Prokopchuk, the left hand.
The stance of Daniel suggests that he will try to top roll or at least move to an outside technique.
Go!
And he holds down dead at the center the Ukrainian athlete, who moves to a more inside pull.
And Daniel Prokopchuk seems to be Iron Man today.
Daniel in complete control, and the Georgian concedes the match. Daniel too much for the Georgian. Daniel Prokopchuk from the host country Moldova takes the 75 kilo European Championship.
We go further to senior woman, 80 kilograms. Right down.
We go next
One loss
to
from
the senior woman 80 kilo
from Turkey.
category, where Marina Iordaki from Moldova will meet Gulendem Saribal from Turkey. Marina with an inside stance, but at the semi-final she surprised us with a top roll, so we might expect the same in the final. Let's see how the Turkish athlete decides to counter. And Marina is able to control the hand and wrist of the Turkish athlete and top roll her, so she forces the rematch.
Right after senior woman, 70 kilograms. We will have now senior men 70 kilograms, right now.
We go to the men's 70 kilogram category. From Georgia, Alexia Zafarashvili, and from Armenia, Azat Srapian.
Alexei Zavashvili. And the left side, Azam Bezvakian with no loss.
Ali, Ali, Ali. Anybody, Ali.
The Turkish athlete immediately moves into a hook stance with pushing with the feet on the table leg, and the Armenian athlete with a top roll stance, both leg under the table. So we'll see a top roll versus hook match. But the Armenian goes into offensive and is stopped by the Georgian athlete. So we are dead in center, but slowly the Georgian athlete moves back, and let's see the referee's decision. Get a restart. The same stance for the Georgian, trying to force the hook, and we see the Armenian athlete a little bit more restless, and we go straight into the referee's grip. See the replay, and we see a big elbow foul from the Armenian athlete. One foul for Azad Strapian. Very fast start. The Georgian athlete is able to force another error from the Armenian, and he forces a rematch right after his next final.
And we will go back to senior one, 80 kilograms. Final rematch. Marina Yovaki on the left side, from Moldova.
We go back to the rematch in the 80 kilo women's category between Marina Iordache from the host country Moldova and Gulendem Saribal from Turkey. Marina was able to contain her opponent's arm and use an outside move, a top roll, to pin her opponent. We see the Turkish athlete is not pleased with the grip, and she gets the second warning from the referees. and the second warning turns into a foul. So one foul for the Turkish athlete, still very, and we go into the referee's grip.
Finally, we get the referee's grip. In the referee's grip, nobody can move. Any move is a hold.
And the same as the semi-final, Marina is able to control and go over the top of her Turkish opponent, and she is the women's 80 kilogram European champion. We go back to the 70 kilogram men's category rematch between Alexei Zaprashvili from Georgia and Azat Serapian from Armenia. In the previous match, the Georgian athlete was able to stop the Armenian and force the match into a hook, where he seems to be more comfortable and have better endurance. So the Armenian most likely will try to get out of, he will try to stay out of the hook. He's a very fast athlete, and sometimes attacking sideways very fast gets you turned into a hook. So let's see if he tries to go back into the hook, but the Georgian is put on the defensive, and so the Armenian is in a better position, but the Georgians seem to have more endurance, and the Armenian gets the first elbow foul while he is trying to use the lat drag, while he's trying to use the lat back pressure. So we were in the center, but we see a clear elbow foul from the Armenian athlete. We don't know if this was an accidental foul or if the athlete did the foul intentionally to get a restart and to try another strategy. Georgian has the support of the crowd. The Armenian is warned by the referee to take the grip. And we go back into the hook, where the Armenian relentlessly attacks and puts the Georgian into a defensive hook. Let's see if the Georgian manages to turn this position into an offensive position. Very slowly we see the Georgian gaining small increments, and then he is able to get the win and get the gold making him our 70 kilogram European champion.
Senior woman 90 kilograms right now. Final match. With one loss from Ukraine, Ruslana
We
Simonenkova.
next go to the women's 90 kilo class
With no loss on the left side.
between Ruslana Simonenko from Ukraine and Irina Dryaev from Georgia.
Ruslana versus Irina. Georgia versus Ukraine. Right here, the most powerful woman in this venue. Right now. Right here in Chicago. On the left.
The Georgian, a very dominant athlete, very confident stance, and we quickly go to strap match. We see the Ukrainian slipped under, so the Georgian had the upper hand. The Georgian very confident, has a posting style and a flash spin. Very dominant win for Irina Dryaev from Georgia, who is our 90 kilogram woman European champion. We next go to a very interesting final between two very experienced athletes, Božidar Simeonov from Bulgaria and Vladislav Krasovsky from Latvia.
Krasovsky, Vladislav.
Božidar requests the straps, but Vladislav Krasovsky denies the request. Let's see if we go into straps, and we quickly go into straps.
Strap match. Number 3. Dennis Duran from Romania.
They are both very familiar with each other, having met multiple times in the past. Vladislav Krasovsky, a very complete puller, both inside and outside technique. And also a very good presser, tricep presser, which in the past seemed to be Božidar's kryptonite. Božidar, a very good hook puller. Very uncomfortable for top rollers. So most likely this match will go into a hook, an inside position. Both athletes get their stance to an inside move, but I think Krasovsky will try to get the tricep press. He will try to, and yes, he got the shoulder behind. And he's trying to tire out Božidar's bicep with his tricep, blocking and slowly pushing. Let's see the referee decision. Yeah, Vladislav Krasovsky is able to get the European Championship. He is the 80 kilogram European champion. Next we go to the senior women's plus 90 kilogram category between Rosa Baldovdano from Germany and Barbara Balchova from Slovakia.
And with nobles from Slovakia, Barbara Balchova.
Barbara, a very dominant athlete. Let's see if we get the upset. It would be a very, very big upset. The German athlete definitely an underdog in this match. Also a size difference in the favor of Barbara, a bigger athlete. And a clear sweep to the pad from Barbara, who is the 90 plus kilogram women's European champion.
Barbara with the gold medal here in Chisinau, Moldova. And we go further to senior men, 85 kilograms final match. From Bulgaria with one loss, Vitaly Hristov.
Next we go to the men's 85 category between Nedalin Hristov from Bulgaria and Georgi Medikashvili from Georgia. Both have a outside stance. Nedalin preferring going more under the table, favor the top roll, but can switch to a hook very fast. He's a very complete athlete. And he does. He moves immediately to a hook. And he switches to a dead wrist press, forcing the strap. The Georgian athlete did not like that slip. Very wild slip. Nedalin Hristov possesses both hook and top fall, so he can move to either, and the Georgian athlete prefers an outside game. Nedalin Hristov a little bit restless, complaining to the referee about something in their grip. Let's see where the match goes. The Georgian without a warning. And we go into a hook. But the Bulgarian athlete commits a foul. So we have one foul and one foul for the Bulgarian athlete and one warning to the Georgian athlete. Nedalin seemed to be in control. Nedalin requests the strap to be tightened as the buckle is on his side. And the Georgian athlete gets the second warning because he didn't straighten the wrist in time, and he gets a foul. So one foul each, and we go straight into a hook. Let's see the referee's decision. Most likely the Georgian committed the second elbow foul, yes. And the Bulgarian forces the rematch against the Georgian. Very interesting stylistic match. Yes, we see the elbow foul. Not a big elbow foul, but we see the little elbow hop while attacking. Definitely gaining an advantage. And we will come back with the rematch after this next final. We go back to the 90 kilogram final, men's 90 kilogram, where Irakli Gamtenadze will challenge Sasho Andreev. Sasho Andreev, one of the most dominant athletes, multiple classes and multiple time world and European champion, Irakli tries to surprise the Bulgarian athlete, but is no match. The hit is no match for the Bulgarian athlete. Let's see the replay. He couldn't impose any threat to the Bulgarian athlete.
We have a protest at the match between Medalin and Georgi.
Bulgarian athlete becomes the 90 kilogram European champion. And we have a protest for the senior men's 85 kilogram class. So the match between Nedalin Ristov and Georgian Melikshvili is under referee review. So they will review the elbow foul. Most likely they will say that the elbow foul was not so severe, or that Hristo Nedalin committed an elbow foul coincidentally or before. We now go to the 100 kilo final between Krasimir Konstantinov and Musgari Chikadze from Georgia. Krasimir, a very experienced athlete, multiple time world champion, multiple time European champion, and we go into a hook. Krasimir forces the match into a hook. Very powerful start from Krasimir. Krasimir very calm, confident. Let's see if he can do the same in the restart. And the Georgian changed to a top roll, but committed the second elbow foul. So Krasimir forces the rematch. Protest was denied in the 85 category. So we will now see the rematch between Nedalin Ristov and Georgi Melkishvili from Georgia. The Georgian athlete is taking care of the medical staff. We hope that nothing serious.
And now the rematch between Nedalin Ristov from Bulgaria and Georgi Melkishvili, Georgia.
The Georgian is still taking care of the medical staff. A slight elbow injury, or most likely. Let's see if both athletes are choosing to go with the same strategy. Nedalin with a hook and the Georgian athlete with a top roll. And we go, let's see the referee's decision, we go to a slip immediately. But let's see the official decision. The Bulgarian, the referee decides that the Bulgarian slipped intentionally. Let's see the replay. Very close call. The Bulgarian clearly wants the strap to better control the top roll of the Georgian. And immediately goes into strap, this time using dead wrist press. Both athletes very focused on the grip. Now Nedalin will most likely try to force the hook again to block the top roll of the Georgian athlete and get another win for the European Championship. The referee is instructing the Bulgarian athlete to pronate, to turn. And we go into a hook match. The Georgian trying to get out of Nedalin's hand. A very balanced match. And he goes into an offensive move. Nedalin tries to counter, but I think he committed an elbow foul. A second elbow foul. Yes, the referee is confirming this. And the Georgian athlete becomes our 75 European champion, Georgi Melikshvili from Georgia. We go back to the 100 kilo category, where Krasimir Kostadinov from Bulgaria forced a rematch against the Georgian Nuxari Chikadze. Let's see the strategies of these athletes. And Casimir forces the strap by pressing with a dead wrist. Both athletes very competitive, very fired up. This is the final rematch. So whoever wins this wins the European Championship. You see both athletes having the support of the crowd. The Bulgarian team versus the Georgian team. Krasimir Kostadinov, very experienced puller. He's no stranger to high pressure matches, high pressure finals. Now here the support from the Georgian team. The Georgian is setting up for a top roll, and he gets it, gets the wrist of Krasimir, and goes to an attack, but not easy to finish the Bulgarian, and he is able to beat the legend Krasimir Kostadinov. Very emotional, very happy athlete, Georgian athlete. Nugzari Chikadze is our European champion. Takes the gold, Georgia. We now go to the 110 kilo men's final. We have the young Croatian phenom without loss, Rino Masic on the left side and Sandro Labadze on the right side from Georgia. Rino Masic is known for his devastating tricep press, either with or without the wrist. So we'll see what is the strategy from the Georgian athlete. Rino with the crowd support position himself for an inside move, most likely a press, a tricep press. He's very tall. And quickly, the tricep press from Rino is unstoppable this year. So Rino Masic becomes the European champion, the 110 kilo European champion. So moving now to our last final, the super heavyweights, the plus 110 kilo men's final
Representing Georgia,
between Mitko Petrov from Bulgaria and Georgi Rostomashvili from Georgia. Most likely we will go into a strap match. Mitko preparing to press, and the Georgian athlete to an outside move. So we'll see if the Georgian athlete is able to hold on to the Bulgarian, and they both go to a hook. But the Georgian is much stronger and is able to press down Mitko Petrov. Georgi Rostomashvili from Georgia becomes our super heavyweight European champion. This was our last final, and we go into the medal awarding ceremony.